Hello, hello. Just checking to see if I am live. I'm on here a little bit early, but that's okay. Better to be early than late, right? Okay, let me just make sure it's coming up on my, there we are. Okay, so hello, happy Thursday. My name's Kathy Schmitt, and I am the Backyard Stamper, and I come to you every Thursday night at 7 p.m. and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for scrapbooking. So tonight, I am going to show you some really quick and easy cards made with our new in colors, as well as the other two cards that we'll be making this Saturday in my in-person card class. So it's a sneak peek for the card class, as well as really showing you these awesome quick and easy cards. So I'm gonna just flip the camera down. I've got just a few housekeeping notes, and then we will get started. All right, so if you're new to my channel, let me just move this up a little bit. If you're new to my channel, you can sign up for my newsletter by using this QR code. If you have any questions about tonight's video, you can email me at kathy@backyardstamper.com. And if you like any of the products that you see tonight, please feel free to use my Stampin' Up link, kathyschmitt.stampinup.net, to place your order. So tonight, I wanted to show you something really awesome that started today. Free shipping for 3 days only. It starts today, June 11th, 2026, and it runs through Saturday, June 13th, 2026. So the threshold is $75, and the free shipping means you save 11%. So what I love about the threshold of $75 is it also lets you have a chance to choose the product of the month. And June's product of the month is this really cute stamp set called Wild Bunch. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. Look at how cute the images are. The Highland cow, a snail, the koala, a penguin. I love the checkerboard. You can have a birthday hat on any of these guys. Really cute. And so you can select this product of the month called Wild Bunch for only $5 when your order reaches $75 or more before applying any Stampin' Rewards. Okay, so it's a great time to stock up on adhesives, anything that you use all the time, like envelopes, cardstock. That's what I typically get when there's free shipping, because I want to save that 11% myself. It adds up quick. Okay, so like I said, if you want to sign up for my newsletter, you can use the QR code. And this is an example of my newsletter. I don't slam you with multiple emails all month long. Usually it's anywhere from 1 to 3 emails a month. So I think that's pretty good. I usually give like a little outline, and then I talk about what the specials are. So I've got June's product of the month. I've got free shipping. I have my in-person class schedule. So the next one is June 13th, Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon. And then June 27th, I'll have 2 sessions, 10 a.m. to noon and 1 to 3 p.m. Also, mark your calendars for July 25th. It's my Christmas in July mega class. Normally, my in-person card classes are $15, and you can opt to make a second set for just $5 more. And I supply everything you need, except I ask you to bring your own adhesive. So the Christmas in July mega class is going to be $25. The fun starts at 10 a.m. We're going to have Christmas cookies, Christmas music, door prizes, and we're going to make 9 cards using the gorgeous Cozy Christmas paper pumpkin kit from last year. So this was October 25 paper pumpkin, and these were the green is velveteen, so the branches are velveteen. I think the snowflake here is velveteen, or the poinsettia, sorry. The tree definitely is velveteen, and it's got the 3 layers so you can build it up. And then this beautiful ornament. These are really, really nice cards, and you get beautiful envelopes too. So that's going to be my Christmas in July mega class, July 25th. I have a limited number of kits, so let me know right away if you would like to come so that I can save you a kit. And then next in my newsletter, I have the Scenic Coast virtual card class. This is using the gorgeous Scenic Coast DSP and the coordinating bundle called Sunset Coast. So all the products are right there for you to see. So this is a non-product craft class. It's $30, and the code number is 171476. It's on June 18th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. This is a Thursday, and you can watch them craft. That's what I normally do. I watch them, then I go back and I follow the tutorial to recreate the projects. So this one, I love this paper so much, and the bundle. So I definitely signed right up for this one, but look, they're going to do like some fun things with the dies there, and the dies and the DSP. Here they've got the stamp set. It kind of looks like Cabo, and then some beautiful sponge daubering, it looks like. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. And then my newsletter has what the latest new kits are, and it talks about a last chance refresh. So I just wanted to give you an idea of my newsletter, because I'm always saying sign up for my newsletter. And but I also wanted you to know I'm not gonna like dump a bunch of emails into your inbox, because I don't like that myself, so I'm not gonna do that to somebody else. All right, let me just get rid of all this stuff. And all right, so my first card tonight was inspired by my friend Jamie Adcock. Our team participated in a swap a couple months ago when the new catalog opened up, and this was Jamie's swap card, and I love it so much because the DSP does all the work. So I did not have this stamp set, so I used the cutest critters, and following Jamie's example, I made one in each of the 5 new in colors. So isn't that awesome? That's what one of the best things about swapping is, you get some great ideas. So this is also going to be a card at our card class on Saturday. We're going to be making the one with hydrangea hue, but I wanted to show you how cool they look in all of the different colors. So this sentiment and the inside one came from the cutest critter. You guys might remember that one. We did a couple of things with that not so long ago. I had a little dog card, and then my peeps got to make cat or dogs. Isn't this cute, this die cut paw? And my friend Laura Hutchins makes soaps, so she gave me one of these soaps that have paw prints and use the cutest critter up here. So isn't that a great idea? She sells these. It's goat's milk and cherry blossom soap is this one. And it is Card Queen Stampers. Whoops, sorry. Laura Hutchins. Her email is hutchinslaura133@gmail.com if you want to ask her about her soaps. Here's another one I'll just show you real quick. Isn't that neat? She did the rolling waves. This is lavender and goat's milk soap. So she does really beautiful work. All right. The other thing we're going to use tonight is the Scallop Blooms dies, and that we're going to use this die right here. So I didn't even know where this one came from until, and I just was like, oh no, I don't have it. And then I looked and I'm like, yes, I do have it. Yay. All right. So let me just get organized. Oh, the DSP is the 2026 to 2028 in color paper. Now this pack has all 5 in colors, and you get 4 sheets of each color. So that's 20 sheets of 12 by 12. So the cost of this packet is just a little bit more. It's $19 because you're getting more sheets. The in colors used to come 6 by 6. I love that they did 12 by 12. And so they have all these fun prints. And I was thinking, how am I going to use those big polka dots, right? And then Jamie sent me her card. And I was like, here's Jamie's card. She sent me her card. And I'm like, well, that's how you use those big polka dots. Yes. So you've got your hydrangea hue, peaceful pine. This is crisp cantaloupe, lovingly called crispy cantaloupe, golden glow, and barely blush. Now I'll tell you, on the designer paper, this barely blush is hard to see, but it's one of my favorite colors. I love a very soft color to use as a background, and petal pink is normally the choice, but it's kind of orangey, and so this is just barely blush. See how light it is though? If I was going to reproduce this card again, I would use Bubble Bath ink to make sure it shows up nicely. All right, so and these products here, the designer paper and the stamp set, are both in our May through August Stampin' Up catalog. And here's where it's called Painted Patterns. And it comes in all the color families, so you have to pick the code number for each color family. So there's subtles, there's brights, regals, neutrals, basics, and the in color, which is the one that I just showed you. And then let's see, the dies are part of the May online exclusive. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not. I get that mixed up with the Winnie the Pooh. Hold on. I did that earlier today when I was talking to my friend Debbie. All right. Boutique, Bloom Boutique, Scallop, what's it called here? Scallop Blooms. Now it comes as a bundle. Oops, sorry. It comes as a bundle, but I only got the dies. So even though you save 10%, you don't have to get them both. You know, I love the font, but I already had plenty of thinking of you and thank you and happy birthday. So I just got the dies. And this is my first time using them, which they are incredible. So don't miss out on those. And I'm also going to show you how cool the new ink pads are. We're going to use it. Let me leave this sample here. I'll put these away to show my people with the card class. So these new ink pads, these are available now for the in colors. These 5 in colors that I talked about, hydrangea hue, Peaceful Pine, Crispy Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, and Barely Blush. What the beauty of these are, they're magnetic lid. So no more struggling, push, pull, flip, get it all over your fingers. And the pad itself is a linen pad, so no more having to remember to kiss the bunny because it's so squishy. So these pads are not squishy. They are a felt pad, so they can hold up to a little bit of pounding. All right, this is the die that we used. And I cut one ahead of time. Isn't that neat? All right, and so this is a half a sheet of hydrangea hue, 8.5 by 5.5, and I folded it at 4 1/4. And if Stephanie is here, look, Steph, I cleaned almost the whole, I almost got it all off of my bone folder. Let me say hi first before I get too far into it. I see Debbie's here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching. I'll be sure to say hi a couple times. I saw my mom today. She's got a beautiful new haircut, and she looks amazing. Okay, so this is the paper. This is 4 by 4.5. So strategically, it's on a 12 by 12. You can get 6 out of one of the sheets, plus have a nice big strip left over. So what I did was I just kind of used my fingernail to make a little divot in the corner there, because I want my corner to kind of line up. And then from there, I just let the paper take its natural fold, like so. Okay, and that's going to go right here. Now I did, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, like, see how mine didn't match up there? I'm not worried about it. It's going to just be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that down, leaving the 1/8 border all the way around. And then I'm going to take 2 dimensionals, and I am going to put that in the corner here, and one kind of on the diagonal like so, because my greeting is going to overlap this one, and the other one is just going to help keep its shape. So see, I didn't have to put dimensionals all the way around, but the illusion is that I did. All right. Then let's do our stamping. This little strip is 3/4 by 4, and that's just a little leftover so that we can decorate our inside. So here's the my Just a Little Hello. This is one of my favorite stamps of all times. Just a Little Hello. I love that. It's not just hello, it's just a little hello. And then I'm going to tell you to have the best day. Isn't that great? All right, so on these new pads, you hear that thumping? When I get out my foam pad, you're not going to be able to thump, thump, thump. But you want to do like a quick little twist, 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 thump, thump, thump. Okay? And press and hold till 3. 1, 2, 3. Shabam. See how nice that stamps? Okay, and then we got to do our inside, which is have the best day. Remember, twist, 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 thump, 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 thump. All right, and then I'm going to press down. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, I see Wendy just came on. Hi, Wendy, my friend. All right. clean those off and put them right back in my box for my class. All right, now let's go ahead and adhere this strip at the bottom. And I'm just using seal. I like to leave a little white at the bottom, if I can get it straight, which I just happened to drop that one and it didn't go on straight, but that's okay because now it is. Okay, and then I put adhesive in the corners. Stephanie, look, I almost got it all the way clean. Oh, that's funny. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and I'm just eyeballing my margins here so that they're all approximately the same. And we're almost done our first card. So I'm going to put one at the top and one at the bottom left corner. This corner is going to overlap there. So, Steph, just for you, just for you. Okay. And I'm going to just say just a little hello. Like so. I'm going to put it a little higher. There we go. And then I'm going to take my in color dots. These are so pretty. Did I tell you guys I found my pecan pie ink pad? It was in a box, a paper pumpkin box from the holidays. I think it was in the Cozy Christmas box, along with a take your pick tool, a pair of scissors, and a bone folder. And here I was thinking that somebody in my class walked off with it. Isn't that terrible? So I'm only using 2 dots. Jamie used 3, but I want to just have them, just everybody take 2, and that way I'll make sure I have enough because I have 2 packages and that's it. So there's card number 1. This is going to be one of the cards at my Saturday class. And here are the, for those of you that just came in, here are the other ones I made using the rest of the in colors. And like I said, this was inspired by my friend, Jamie Adcock, for our team swap. So fun. So, let's see here. I've got my die put away. Let me just put away my little dots and my ink pad, because what I do is I just, when I'm creating for my class, I try to put everything that I'm using into the box as I use it. And that way I don't have to run up and down the stairs 15 times. Although they do laugh at me because typically I forget a lot and have to run up and down. But sometimes I say it doesn't count because sometimes it's not my fault. Okay, let's go on to card number 2. Oh, this is another really favorite set of mine. This is called Layers of Beauty, and I think it just retired. The dies might still be available, but really you need the mask with the dies. So at any rate, this came out last spring and I used the heck out of it. It had some gorgeous paper that I loved to use with it, and I made this really nice anniversary card. I love that it has a happy anniversary. There's so few of those stamp sets, but I love roses, as my mom does. Hi, Mom. And so this this is a stamp set that will not leave my collection. So this card was also a swap card. And I believe I got this at Onstage, maybe. Stampin' with Kim. stampinwithkim.com. It's Kimberly Myers. So I love it. I love the simplicity of it. I think it's beautiful in its simplicity. And so I wanted to reproduce it. So I did almost exactly the same thing. I didn't have this. Well, I probably did, but I didn't want to dig it out. I just used a punch. And then my inside, I used the second part of that punch. And this is a new stamp set, Phrases and Frames. This is Susan Campfield's $1 Million stamp set. And oh, I love it so much. I didn't use this Happy Anniversary because it was just a little bit too small for my tag. But I love this. Anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of tomorrow, and the hopes of tomorrow. Oh, I just love that so much. So I'm also going to use the stamping positioner. This is not my favorite tool, but I think it's because I've been stamping so long, I don't really need a positioner like that. But I'll show you why it's going to come in handy. So I stamped my image right on my paper, and I did that on purpose because I have this little guy is what's going to get stamped. All right, so let me show you what else we're going to have. I've got a thick basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored this one, so scored and fold at 4 1/4. Okay, and then I have cloud cover. This piece is 3 by 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and then 3 across. This one is 2 3/4 by 4. That's going to be my layering piece. And then I had an extra one in case I mess up. So that's going to go here. Before we attach this, I'm going to do my punching. Don't let me forget. You know what? I'm going to do it right now because I will probably go ahead and stick it on. Now, when you go to punch this, we're going to want to stay. Usually, it's safe to go right in the middle. But because this white doesn't go all the way down, I'm going to want to make sure my punch stays on the top 2/3. You just want to make sure you're enough away from the edge that you're not going to, you won't see it when you layer. So see, paper saving method. So now I've got my punch pieces. This is my layering piece. That's going to get hidden when I put my stamped piece right on top. So yay for paper saving. All right, so now this is the image that I wanted to capture. So I'm going to put my paper right here, and I'm going to use this little magnet right there, and hopefully that will work. Let me just see. Yeah, I just want to make sure that my magnet doesn't hit. So that magnet's gonna come right in that little divot right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this up. Now this is an old ink pad that I inked up with cloud cover. So it's kind of like the new linen pads where I can pound on it. But my next color is not, and I will show you what not to do. All right, so this is that new positioner that we have, and so I've inked up my stamp, and I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and there it goes. I'm not going to worry about this. That's where my magnet hit. because my tag's going to cover that, okay? Just so you know. It's hard to find a place to put the magnets. On such a small piece of paper. All right, let me set that one aside. And let me check my sample here. Okay, so my words are all in smoky slate. I originally was going to emboss with silver, but it's so humid right now that my embossing just wasn't working right. So I am going to, I decided not to. I'm looking to make sure that my white is, I was using Whisper White, or White Willow, so I just want to make sure that it's, it is basic white. Okay, so here's my Kiss the Bunny. Remember, no thumping. See, you can't hear a thumping. You just set your stamp down on top like that, and then tap, tap, tap. No need to push down. That is very frustrating for me to watch as people push down and get ink everywhere because it's not necessary. Okay, so I'm going to do my stamping inside because I can still do the flip if I have to. So again, just set your stamp down on top of these ink pads. It's already starting to pick up the ink, and then tap, 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 tap. The stamp positioner does not come with a sticky mat. I have a sticky mat. That would have been a good idea though, to do that. But it has the grid paper is what I used on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and center and press down. 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay. Let me just clean that off so I can go back in the box. All right, so my stamping so far is coming out first time. Woo! Don't jinx myself, right? All right, this is the hexagon punch. This is a retired punch that is very popular, so I'm sure you have it. And there it is. Okay. These punches stack flat too. You just squeeze them shut and push the locking mechanism and they stamp flat. Like, I mean, they don't stamp flat, they stack flat, which is, you know, awesome for space saving. All right, so now let's get our pieces and put them back together. So I've got my cloud cover. This gets taped down. Oh, Wendy, great, thank you. Awesome that you can come. All right, and then this, here's my stamped piece. This is going to get mounted right on top. See how I covered up the punch. All right, and this whole piece is going to get popped up. So let's do some popping. Stephanie likes that anniversary verse. I do too. It's one of the prettiest verses, I think, that they've had for anniversaries. All right. So, Mom, I hope you like these cards that you're watching me make, because you're going to make them on Saturday. My mom loves coming to my card classes. All right, so there's that. Now I have a strip of ribbon that I already cut, which was in my envelope. I know it came out, so I wonder if my fan blew it on the floor. Well, you know what? My ribbon's right here, so we'll just cut another piece and I'll find it on the floor. I hope my fan, you can't hear my ceiling fan, but it is sticky, muggy hot. So, Dad, I know you're watching with Mom. Marty put the air conditioner in the window as soon as he got home today. My dad came over and it was 82 in my house. And he came over to pick up my mom. And I said, yeah, I know, it's hot. I was working from home too. I didn't really notice it because I was in the room and I'm right under the ceiling fan. So it's like, hey, hi, Anne. How are you, my good friend? All right, so there, my little ribbon strip is going to go right here. And I'm going to just add a little bit of tape. And like so, to just hold that down. And then this is going to have some dimensionals on it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really need 4, but why not, right? All right, and then my glue dot box. You can just put your glue dots down, right? Stick them right on, press down, and lift up the glue dots right there on my leaf. My leaf is going to go right like so. I think I want another glue dot, not exactly on the ribbon too. There. Okay, did I take these off? Yep, I did. And there you go. So my friend Becky really wanted this to be embossed, so she's going to be a little disappointed on Saturday, but with the humidity, I just can't. I just can't do it. Nobody would be successful, and that would be frustrating for all and wasting supplies because they'd be redoing and redoing. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I have my bling. What's my favorite bling? You guys know it is my rhinestone basic jewels. Love these babies. Okay, I'm gonna do just 2. Just 1, 2. Just something clean and simple, right? My inside, I've got to put my little. And what I did was, it has kind of a long stem, so I just cut my stem down a little bit, like that. Just enough. And then I'm going to put it just like that. I think that adds a nice little touch. And I'm going to use a glue dot. I'm going to use 2 glue dots, actually. One on one petal. You got to be careful when you lift these up. On such a skinny flower. There. And it's going to just go like so. This would also make a really beautiful wedding card. I kind of feel like it needs a little dab of glue right there too. Hold on a minute. I don't like that it's so crooked. Okay, so let me turn that a little bit. I got that. I'm going to add just a smidge. And when I say a smidge, I mean a smidge because I don't want it to ooze out. A little dab will do you. Look at that, how teeny tiny my little dab of glue is. Oh, such fun crafting. All right, so there's my anniversary card. Isn't that beautiful? It's just simple but elegant. I love it. All right, card number 2 is done. Let me put these away. And put my glue dots in here as well, and my little rhinestones. Love these things so much. All right, and I just got everything put away. Just wanted to make sure so that on Saturday I'm not running around going, where is my stuff? Okay, one more card, you guys. I saved the most involved for last. It's not hard. In fact, it's easy because I did all the prep work for you. All right, let me find my glue cap. There we go. All right, so this card's going to use the Beautiful Ordinary Life DSP, and I made a banner card that flips up like that. So lots of die cutting, but guess what? I did it for you. So you won't have to when you come to my class. So this Beautiful Ordinary Life, this is that cotton candy-ish piece that I used. This is a really colorful pattern in black and white on the back. And I'm actually not a fan of black and white. I think I'm probably the only one. So I know you can color it, but I just don't want to. All right, so Beautiful Ordinary Life. That is 12 by 12 pack, and it's $13. And then we're going to use a variety of ink pads, colors. We're also going to use this fantastic balloon festoon bundle. I love this. I initially only got the dies, and then I was like, wow, why did I do that? Because now I still need the words, and I wanted to be able to decorate my balloons. So I didn't get my 10% discount because I didn't buy them as a bundle. So it is a good idea to get your discount, your 10%. It all saves at the end. So these are all the dies that I'm going to use. This is the party banners. It's huge. But I made last year, I made my parents, hi Mom, hi Dad, a big giant banner that said happy 65th anniversary, and it hung outside. I laminated each of the banners, and it's still going strong. So I have it packed right now. So let me show you how I did this card. Let me get my piece. Of course, there it is. I was going to say, of course I can't find a piece because I put it all away. All right, so this is the White Willow, and I did that because this card is actually bigger than our standard cards. When it's folded, it is just under 6. It's 5 7/8 by 4 3/8, or 4 7/16. It's very close. So I have to look. I think I have some of the next size up envelopes. If not, I'll have to get some before Saturday. So I also am not a fan of making the strings. So I'm going to try tonight to see if I can draw the strings with my white gel pen. We'll see how that works. So what I did was this is 4 3/4 by 12. And then I folded it in half. I scored it at 6 to fold it in half. Then I took my large banner. It's not the largest. It's the 4th largest, because look at how big the largest one is. The largest banner on here is 5 15/16 by 7. Huge. Excuse me just a minute. Let me grab a sip. All right. So this is the 4th largest. And what I did was I put it on my folded cardstock, and what I did was I made sure that the fold was inside of the die line, the cutting line, which is right here. So when I do it like this, I'm looking, see, I can see my line, my opening, my gap, and I just kept sliding it down until I couldn't see it, but I could, well, I could just barely see it right there. And then I would, it's easy when you have it on a black, see, now you can see it through the opening. There you go. So if you do that so that you can see your gap just barely, and then you use like a piece of Post-it note tape and run that through, your fold is up here. When you're done, you get this, and your fold hasn't been cut. So it's easy, easy, easy. So then what I did was I cut 2 of Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to layer this. And if you wanted to save some Lost Lagoon, you could cut out the center with a smaller banner, and I think I did that on a couple, oh, I don't know where my little one is, but I didn't for this class. It's too hot to be fussing too much, and I had to do a lot of die cutting as my prep on this class. So I've got my shape there. This one goes on the inside. So because this is white willow, it's not the thick basic white, okay? It is just a standard size cardstock. So I didn't want the front to have all these layers on it and then the inside had none, because then it would have felt a little flimsy on the inside. So that adds a little bit of weight to it. Next, I took the Beautiful Ordinary Life and I put it there. Now, here's my sample. Before I do my stamping though, I want to try, I'm going to have my balloons something like this. Okay, and I'm going to try to draw my lines before I glue that down. If it doesn't work, well, we can say we tried, right? Now, I have to find my white gel pens. I haven't even opened them to try them yet. I don't believe. Let's see here. Oh dear, where are they? I know one came in our virtual album retreat, but I also, are these them? Nope, those are black. I could also do it with black, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Oh dear. All right, well, I'm going to use these other ones that are not Stampin' Up, only until I find the Stampin' Up ones. So let me see here. And I bought these before Stampin' Up told us that they were coming out with them. So I don't know what I did with my package, because you got a package of 3, and I think I've gotten 2 packages of 3. I put them somewhere safe. Let me just make sure that's going to be working. Oh, I have to prime it. Ha! Oh, it's one of these. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my top down, and I'm going to actually slide my balloons up higher than they're gonna be, and then they'll cover my stick. Ooh, that came out good. Okay, and then like so. This is one of those paint pens. I got this to do the gingerbreads back in the fall. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to let it dry. That came out pretty good, huh? Even though I didn't use the proper equipment. Let me get rid of this piece of paper because it's got white gel pen on it. All right, there. Now we're going to decorate our balloons. The fun. So this is two-tone cardstock. So see, I can pick which one I wanted. I like the light. I like the lighter side. This is regular cardstock. All right, so I did the circles. You got to be really careful that you don't like over kiss the bunny on this one. And I just need a couple right there. There. So my red polka dots are there. A package of 2 gel pens. Oh, I thought there were 3. See, I haven't used them yet, but I know I ordered them. I just don't know where they are at. Okay, so next I'm going to do Calypso Coral on my little swirlies. Where'd that stamp go at? Did I put it away? I think I did. Uh-oh. The swirlies are not in the package. And they're not in my box. Oh no! All right, let me just see. While I'm looking for my swirly stamp, you can look at Stephanie's pretty card. This was Stephanie's swap card for our recent team swap. If you saw my room, you would understand why I can't find anything. It's an absolute 100% disaster. I've got stuff on the floor, and if I could fit stuff on the ceiling, it would be there too. Huh, I wonder where my stamp's at. That is really a bummer. Because I only work at 2 spots for stamping. One is the one I'm sitting at right now, and the other one, ha, I found it. It was underneath everything. Hey, Jamie, I used your swap card for my first card. And I'm going to use it again in my card class on Saturday. There's that. This is Timid Tiger stamped on the petal pink. Jamie, I'll show you at the end my in color cards that I did. All right, and then Lost Lagoon in the big stars, nice and bright stars. See, I really got that a mess everywhere. Okay, so if you don't, even though I got the ink inside, as long as I'm not mashing it onto my paper, it's my card is still going to work. Oh, that came out good, don't you think? Need one more right there. Okay, so that's exciting. Let me wash these off real quick, and then my gel pen should be dry, or my paint pen, not a gel pen, because I couldn't find my gel pen. All right, and then one more. Let me just do the stamping. I've got a stamp on my little scrap for the inside, and also on my scrap to punch. Okay, so I've got my Lost Lagoon again, and I've got Hip Hip Hooray. Oops, that's going to go over here. Hip Hip Hooray. All right, so that's good. And then I have two stamps put on here. I have Happy Birthday, Enjoy Your Day, because it's kind of a big inside of the card. And I just thought, gee, I don't know if I'm going to be able to write that much. I am so late on so many of my birthday cards. It's unbelievable. My mom's birthday is June 20th. She will be 86. So that is amazing. All right. So we are going to find something fun to do for the day. If the weather's nice, I really kind of wanted to go down to the beach because they're going to be doing the sand castle tournament where they build sculptures out of the sand. So that'll be really fun to see. But if we go in the evening, it won't be so hot. So hopefully it's not raining. Oh, it's Parker's birthday on June 20th too. Oh, my little Parker sparkler. So Debbie's kids are my fake grandkids. Yeah, Debbie's grandkids are my fake grandkids. I always say, I'm going to borrow your grandkids. All right, so some of these are going to get taped down. And some are going to get popped up. So the biggest balloons get taped down. And let's see here. I'm going to do something like that. Mom, one of my friends, Debbie, her granddaughter, Parker, has the same birthday as you, June 20th. So they'll be all celebrating that day. Okay, so doesn't that look fun? And my white came out pretty good. Okay, this is the new rectangle punch. This is one that will never leave my stash because I love that it has the rounded corners. I mean, if it was just a straight rectangle, I could cut that, right? But I like the rounded corners, just dresses it up a little bit. There's my Hip Hip Hooray. We're going to pop that up. Stephanie's card with the balloons, she did all designer paper on her balloons. and no stamping. So I thought that was really clever. And some gold foiling too. Woo! Fancy schmancy. Okay. I got my words off, my hip hip hooray. And we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just kind of cover up my white. So I didn't even have to really worry about the whites. That's why it was kind of a hassle to cut these, because they're so skinny. You couldn't, they're so skinny to try to glue them. It was really hard. Okay, one last little bit of adhesive. And my birthday card will be done. Oh, Debbie says we have great swappers in our group. We sure do. And you know what? Let's get this on straight, shall we? I don't know. Shall we? Yes, let's try. There. And then I need my dots. And then these are the last year's in color dots with Secret Sea was up here, cloud cover. What was the other one? Something there, Darting Duckling, and the Strawberry Slush. So I'm going to use the Strawberry Slush. I know I could use adhesive sheets, but I thought it was just as easy to draw on my lines this time. So this one gets 3 dots. And I get to use up these retired in color dots. I can't remember what my other in color is. Secret Sea, cloud cover, blank. Oh, Timid Tiger. I used them all on both sheets because last month we did a Timid Tiger card, which is one of my favorites anyways. I don't know why I didn't remember that. All right, so let me put those back in the box. And let me bring out my cards that we made tonight because we are done. All right, so let me just put away my stuff so everything is where it needs to be for Saturday. So this was my original. This is the one I made tonight. They look the same. And my simple wedding card, or sorry, anniversary card. Simple but elegant, I say. And then Jamie, this was my card tonight. We're going to make this in my card class, and it's a direct inspiration from your card. Actually, all 3 of these cards were swap cards, except this one. 2 of them were swaps. This one, I saw a lady on YouTube. I can't think of her name. I'm so sorry. But I cased that one too. So here are my in color cards just for Jamie because she inspired me. Isn't that fun? There we go. Yes, these are great. Fast, easy, and otherwise I wouldn't have known what to do with this big polka dot. The little ones, no problem, but the big one, this way it shows off both sides. So this is awesome, you guys. I feel like I got done early. So let me come back and hello and goodbye. No. So if you're coming to my class on Saturday, I will see you then. Can't wait. And if anyone has any questions about anything I showed you tonight, please reach out to me. Don't forget free shipping. Free shipping. Save yourself the 11%. Oops. Free shipping. Save yourself the 11%. June 11th through the 13th. Every penny counts these days. So I know I put an order in today, and what did I get? I got some note cards and envelopes. I got the product of the month. I signed up for the Scenic Coast class, and I got a Flutter bundle because Marissa had sent me a packet because I wanted on her live. So she sent me a packet, and I want to be able to make the cards. And I liked that bundle, the Flutter bundle. So that's what we're going to do. So I will see you guys next Thursday, and I will also see you this Sunday for scrapbooking. So you guys take care and have a great weekend, everyone. And thank you so much for coming. Please give me a thumbs up, share my video, and invite others to my channel. My friend Debbie has a channel, Frankly Stamping. Her YouTube channel is got all sorts of great stuff on it. And, you know, we help each other grow our channels, and I love that. So you guys all take care and have a fantastic weekend if I don't see you Sunday.